This is the 2025 Beauty Product Awards Faye edition. As a makeup and hair, wow, I sounded like a Brummy then. As a makeup and hair artist since 2008, I use the year now because it's been so damn long, however many years that is, I have tried and tested thousands of products, some good, some bad, and some that are kind of meh. So I'm going to share with you in this video some of 2025's standout products that I've discovered this year. Check them out. I hope that you like experimenting and you see something that you might want to try at home. Okay, so let's start with a little bit of skincare. One I discovered recently, near the end of my bridal season, was the Biore UV Aqua Rich Weightless Moisturizer with SPF 50. So a lot of my brides are kind of always ask me, because I ask them not to put anything on their face so that I can do the skincare so I know it doesn't mess up my makeup application. They always ask me, what about SPF? What about SPF? So it's really nice to find a really, really lightweight SPF that you can put on your client's face that's also very moisturizing too. I got this at TNT Market. It was fairly affordable, I think around the $20 mark if I remember right. And all my clients say that it feels so good on their face. I'm going to keep using this one. Next up is an eye cream that I discovered this year. So I've retailed Youngblood Mineral Cosmetics for forever at my salon, Prim and Proper in Gastown, Vancouver. And I never really dived into their skincare, but this year I've decided to experiment a lot with it. I decided to bring in the Eye Impact because I absolutely love this eye cream. Not only is it extremely rich and hydrating, it also has caffeine in it, which really helps to minimize darkness and puffiness in the eyes, which is perfect for preparing your skin for makeup. This is a holy grail product of mine, the Youngblood Mineral Cosmetics Mineral Primer. I have loved this primer for so long. It literally fills in pores, blurs fine lines, it reduces redness in the skin, and gives a truly silk base for your makeup to stick to. It's really great for sensitive skin, doesn't clog pores. This is just still my favorite. Hopping on to eye primer. I did experiment with some different eye primers this year, but I've gone back to the original one that I've always used. Holy Grail MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I just love these. They're my favorite. They have all the different colors for all the different skin tones. I even picked up a few glittery ones, which are wonderful to use as a base when applying loose glitters because it sticks to them and just like amplifies them so much. Holy Grail product. Can't live without it. This year, I don't know. I'm always like, I order stuff online, but whenever I just go into MAC and talk to a representative there, they just find me everything that I need. I do love MAC. I know a lot of people don't. There's tons of makeup out there, but MAC really has everything. This Strobe Dewy Skin Tint, I picked up a couple of these in a few different shades this year. That dewy skin look is still so in fashion at the moment. This is amazing either to use by itself if you want like glass skin, or you can use it sparingly just in highlight areas. It adds a little bit of coverage, tiny bit of coverage, and so much glow. So in the beginning of my season, it's interesting how like product and like makeup design trends really become a part of what your client wants. And in the beginning of the year for us makeup and hair artists working in the wedding world, we're doing all the trials. And I was really discovering that people wanted that like practically nothing on my skin look. People didn't want to really see makeup or feel it. One of my clients mentioned to me that Bobbi Brown had just made a new line called Jones Road. So I figured I would try a few products, and some of them were an absolute hit for me. This one unfortunately got smashed, so it's like taped up right now, but this is an amazing product. It's the What the Foundation. I got shade Fair, so I could try it on myself. When I try a new product, I like to try it on myself. And then a lot of my clients are more on the fair skin tone shades. So because it's so sheer, it's really good for kind of like everybody in that fairer category. It's super lightweight, super hydrating, it has glow to it, and your skin still looks like skin while covering up some of the imperfections. Staying on the topic of Jones Road, another product I really love. Again, I was seeing that people were wanting cream and liquid products only. No one wanted you to put any powders on the face. And all of my highlights were powders, like the Charlotte Tilbury glow is just like still a holy grail for me, but people wanted more dewiness, less powder. So the Miracle Balm Happy Hour, I love this one from Jones Road. It's huge. It's going to last forever, and you literally just kind of tap it on the top of your foundation right at the end of the application, and it gives you this like, I just had a facial, I'm not wearing any makeup kind of glow. sticking with the highlights now. So that highlight that I just showed you from Jones Road really is more about dewiness, not so much shimmer. Youngblood came out with their cream sticks this year, their contour, highlight and blush cream sticks, which is amazing because it's staying on the makeup trends of cream and not powder. I really like their cream sticks. Yes, they do have some kind of sparkle, some shimmer in them, but it's with a cream. So if you want a little bit more of an impactful highlight, but you want that cream, this is amazing. And people have really been wanting to steer more onto the creams and the liquids and less powders. I really love the Youngblood's new contour sticks because they're very pigmented. A lot of the time I find the sticks can be like hard to blend, or maybe they blend out too much. I really like how hydrating this is. It's really easy to blend, but they're pigmented, so it doesn't take forever to build up that coverage. Love this one. I also really do like the Charlotte Tilbury contour ones, which is a liquid. I ran out of it right now, and I chose not to replenish it because I'm going to go with this one instead, but I have been enjoying that one this year too. Let's chat about blushes. So sticking with the creams again, cream sticks. Again, the Youngblood ones got a range of wonderful colors, everything from creme brulee, which is like a very, very, very tiny touch of like a creme brulee kind of beigey pink, to like pomelo, which is like vibrant, bright orangey tone. This one's parfait and bright, vibrant pink, and mulberry, which is a bit more of like a deeper purple brown. Those are some of my favorite shades, but all of them are amazing. Now, I do still love some of my powders. So the YSL, Make Me Blush powders, they're wonderful. They are powders, but they're almost like a cream to powder, so they're much more hydrating. Come in matte, shimmery, a range of colors. Me and my customers have really been enjoying these this year. And the packaging's pretty. Okay, going into eyeshadows, a palette that I rediscovered this year is the Naked 3 from Urban Decay, which comes in a lot of more ashy, taupey, purpley tones. I have been seeing people really kind of going more towards cool tones this year. Previously, people have always gone with like the bronzes, the warm browns, but yeah, I really have seen people drawn to more cool tones. So this palette, rediscovering this palette, it's perfect. It's all cool tones for the most part. It's been great in my kit this year. I really love it. Something that I feel has really pushed the beauty product industry over the past number of years is the rising awareness of the fact that we're all different. You'll see that there's mounds of products out there and tutorials for girlies that have the natural curls and want to embrace it. That's something new that we've seen in the beauty industry. Likewise, with the rise of like Jones Road, who's really trying to cater towards the 50 plus crowd, there's really been a rise in awareness about what makeup products and techniques should be used for 50 plus when your skin and your face shape are changing. So again, Jones Road, her cream eyeshadows. I love these. My 50 plus clients, they want to have the cream shadows on their eyes. They need the cream eyeshadows on their eyes. It's more hydrating. It blends better on their skin type. These have been a staple in my kit this year. For anyone looking to have a little bit of fun, these sparkle eyeshadows from Anna Arson are absolutely amazing. I also really love supporting anyone local, any small businesses. I met and mentored her at a photo shoot with my husband, Brandon Hart Photography. She's such a talented and wonderful girl, and I love that she's pursuing the big dream of making your own makeup line. These are super pigmented, super glittery eyeshadows that really stick nicely. They're almost like a creamy consistency, and they just go on so easy and stay on really well. Okay, a product that I can't not mention because it's still my favorite product of all time. Yes, I really can't live without it, is the Youngblood Loose Mineral Foundation. Sheer to full coverage foundation. Honestly, I always used to wear it by itself on my face, but I've kind of been just doing a bit of concealer and nothing else recently. However, if I have a pimple that needs covering up, concealer doesn't stay unless I put this powder on top as well. The same if I'm doing a client's skin and the liquid foundation is just not quite cutting it. You massage a little bit of this on with a brush, and I swear it just polishes everything. For that reason, I just can't get this out of my kit. It is my life-saving makeup product. When it comes to false lashes, the Fairy Lashes Lash Glue, non-latex, latex-free, a company from Vancouver Island, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. I love their lash glue. It dries quickly, super strong, avoids allergies. Definitely need this one in my kit. Mascara I discovered this year is the Maybelline Colossal Bubble. They sent me this one in a PR package and I really, really love it. It is buildable without getting clumpy, which means you can really layer it up, make the lashes look thicker, darker, blacker, more full without it going clumpy, which is really rare. It's a really, really nice deep black, super waterproof. I've really been enjoying having this one in my personal and professional kit. So setting sprays. I have been using the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray this year. I love it. It's super, super hydrating. Sometimes when you put foundation on and like at the end, you've done everything that you can, you've put the cream products on, but there's something about it that's still looking like a little bit dry and makeup-y. You throw this on top, it adds like seriously like a magic touch. It just takes away dryness, adds silkiness, and makes your makeup last all day. She did just also come out with a matte one too. I haven't really had a chance to try this one on clients yet, but this one cannot live without. Going back to my visit to MAC, where I love getting help from a fellow artist working in the store. I just tell them what I want, what I need, what my problem is, and then they find me the product to fix it. Clients really loving more of a nude or like brownie tones in the lips. Whirl lip liner is the perfect color. It is nude but browny. It doesn't have any warmness to it. It's a bit more taupey. It's the perfect shade for anybody who's looking for that lip color, which has been very popular this year, either paired with a nude in the middle or even a little bit of a pink or peach. Lip oils have been amazing. We've been seeing a lot less lip gloss and a lot more lip oils. This one from Youngblood, they just came out with this one. I absolutely love it. It comes in a range of colors. It gives you just like a kiss of color and a ton of hydration and more of a glow to the lip than a sticky, glossy look and feel. Really nice to wear. It feels so lovely. My clients love it and I love it too. Okay guys, I think the last one I'm going to show you today is one that just got released as well from Youngblood. I have been using this in my professional kit for probably 3-4 weeks now. I have not yet brought it into the store, but I used it on myself today in the video where I created this look, this beautiful makeup look, and I love it. I love it. It's amazing on most people's skin. If you are a drier skin type, maybe it's not for you. It's the Beyond Blur. It's 70% skincare, 30% makeup. It is a full coverage, slightly more matte foundation, but you can really blend it out if you want it a bit more sheer. Either way, it just somehow makes this like poreless finish. I love it. I love it in my kit. So that wraps up the 2025 Beauty Product Awards Faye edition. I hope you saw some things that you would like to try, some products to discover. If there's anything that you discovered this year that you think that I might like, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for tips about what's the best product for what thing, you know, there's a million products out there. It's so hard to choose. I hope this video helped you find a new beauty favorite. I've got everything linked down below for you. Check them out. If you got questions about products, techniques, the beauty biz in general, I'm all ears. As you can see from this video, I can ramble about makeup for forever. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want to talk to me more, see more videos, you can definitely check me out on Instagram, Faye Smith Beauty. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time.